in their homes tonight in light of the severe winter storm. No man is the island, Bruce. You've been back for almost 2 years now. You can't expect me to believe that Gotham's most eligible bachelor is spending another Christmas alone.
You just ran out of time.
Knowing that tonight we put to rest one of Gotham's most heinous and relentless killers, Julian Gregory Day.
Commissioner Loeb, any comment on the rumor that it wasn't actually the cops who captured Mr. Day?
There is no such thing as a Batman.
Captain Gordon! Captain Gordon! Commissioner Loeb! No further questions! No further questions!
All units, code 10 at Blackgate Prison. Communication is down. Possible 211.
Delta 6-4 en route. Dispatch 5-9. Confirm code 10. This is a breakout.
Suspect identified as Black Mask. Repeat, code 10 suspect is Black Mask. Commissioner Loeb is being held captive. Repeat, Commissioner Loeb is 701.
You do realize it is Christmas Eve, sir. Black Mask entered the prison here. I need to find Commissioner Loeb before it's too late.
It is Batman. I love Batman. Batman's one of my favorites. So yeah, I recorded some gameplay using shadowplay from NVIDIA for the first time, and I must say it really impressed me a lot. Didn't lose any quality of the game whatsoever. I pretty much see everything I saw as I was playing the game. I'm using 780 by NVIDIA, the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 780 to record with, and it's pretty epic, to be honest. This is Batman Arkham Origins, the game that I'm playing, and yeah, it's a pretty epic game too. I like it a lot. The details in the game are pretty nice. I love particles floating around and shadowing, ambient occlusion. Yeah, everything in the game looks really nice, so if you like Batman, you should definitely check out this game. So back to shadowplay, because that's really what this video is about. Like I said, I didn't really lose any quality in the game. The game actually looks pretty much exactly the way it did as I was playing it. The audio quality is pretty spot on. Playing it for my wife, I was playing it back, and it almost sounded like we were watching a Batman movie in my bedroom. It was actually pretty cool. And she liked it as well. We could actually interact and talk to each other, about the game and stuff, instead of me staring at the screen and playing while she sit back and watch. It was actually cool. I really didn't notice any performance hit as far as frame rates and stuff like that. There was a little issue that I had while trying to record using shadowplay and using fraps at the same time. It played just fine, when I was playing the game, but when I went to watch the playback, it was all messed up. So don't try to use fraps and shadowplay at the same time. It just doesn't seem to work well together right now. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with a lot of things, man. First of all, this game, but best of all is shadowplay. So yeah, it works really well. I've tried to use fraps, I've tried to use MSI Afterburner, and along with other various programs to do gameplay, and the only other one that I think worked the best was XSplit, but it taxed the CPU and the GPU so much that the frames per second were so low. It was really hard to do without just doing a 720 HD instead of 1920 by 1080. So This actually works really well. I'm really happy with it. NVIDIA, go with your bad self. And so right here, I'm just taking out a couple of bad guys. Here in a minute, I'm going to show you like the options that I chose. Like I said, I'm using the GTX GeForce 780 along with AMD 8320 8-core. I got 8 gigs of Corsair Vengeance Pro memory, 1866 speed. Decent computer, so really decent for gaming. Right here is where I'm going to show you the settings I use, the graphic settings. I had everything turned pretty much up, 1920 by 1080, VSync off, anti-aliasing, which just improves the image quality a lot better. I changed it all the way up to 8x. That was as high as MSAA would go. High geometry details, DirectX 11 enhanced, and dynamic shadows were DirectX 11 enhanced. I turned off motion blur because I really don't like motion blur very much. It kind of gives me motion sickness. Depth of field has DX11 enhanced as the highest it could go. All the rest of them are on. That's the distortion, lens flare, lens shafts, reflections. I didn't have to change any of that. That was all on by default. Ambient occlusion is for better lighting. I changed it to DX11 enhanced. And hardware accelerated physics I turned on high. So I'm going to quit blabbering now. I'm going to let you guys just watch the rest of the gameplay, because this is a pretty epic game. So yeah, check it out. And like I said, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you kind of how to set up shadowplay, and you'll be able to do this yourself. So check it out, guys.
That area of the floor is weak. I can use my explosive gel to break through.
They say crime doesn't pay. Someone ought to check the good police commissioner's pockets, because they are lined with my money. And what have I got to show for it, huh? My own men in the slammer? Not no more. No, tonight, we're making some changes. Some big changes.
You're a dead man walking, Lo! That's right. You're gonna kill Lo tonight. Now listen up, people. Black man's let us out. The way I see it, we owe him. Let's go. Hey, I didn't say. We gotta move.
like I scared him off.
Any information on the whereabouts of Commissioner Lowe or Black Mask, please come forward immediately. I've received confirmation from Warden Joseph that you will be rewarded for information which leads to an arrest. Attention, death row inmates. Please remain calm and stay in your cells. A police operation is in progress, and anyone outside of your cells may be considered a danger to the force.
He wants to just flip that switch. But it is Christmas Eve, and he is the calendar man. And that's just too perfect to ignore. You're gonna owe me for this, Julian. That could be useful.
Sir, what do we do about Lowe?
Bring him in, bring him in.
What's all this about, Sionis? Haven't I always come through for you?
You may have, Julian, but things have changed. We're starting with a clean slate, and you're not on it.
What are you talking about? I'm not on it? After all I've done for you. You can't do this! I'm a police commissioner, damn it!
Show's over, boys.
I'm too late. Commissioner Loeb is dead. Black Mask has a lot to answer for.
It's the bat! We're never getting out of here! Gotcha. No! Put him on ice! Put him on the ground!
In the vicinity of the execution room, please clear the area. Just be informed the gas chamber has been activated without following proper protocol. Emergency gas may be present. Repeat, the gas chamber has been engaged. Stay clear of the
I told you to grab the memory card!
You wanted it smashed, so I smashed it. It better be.
Well, the next thing that gets smashed will be your face!
The memory card is damaged. I should be able to recover most of the data back at the Batcave. I know I caught yours.
Make some money.
Boss, where's he going?
The boss of me is me.
You want teeth? I want answers.
Wait till Black Mask's assassins get through with you.
What assassin?
Whoever wins is gonna be famous and rich.
At least we know he won't be ugly. Freeze! Hold it right there!
I'm taking you in.
Not tonight. No such thing as a Batman, huh?
Alright fellas, this is part of the video where basically I'm just gonna show you how to set up shadowplay. It's pretty simple, pretty easy, but I thought I'd just throw it in there just in case you didn't know. You do have to have an NVIDIA video card. I want to say like a 660, maybe a 660 Ti or above, something like that. So make sure you look that up and make sure that your video card actually supports it. It needs to have some kind of a built-in decoder in order for this to be able to work. So, and NVIDIA is the only video cards that actually has it, and not even all their video cards have it installed. So make sure that your video card that you have supports shadowplay. So let's go ahead and get this going. So right here on the desktop, this is how I do it anyway. I go down to the toolbar and I click on this little triangle looking thing, or left click on it, and I go up to the NVIDIA logo, right click on that, go to GeForce Experience and left click. Just wait for that to load up. Alright, now you're in NVIDIA GeForce Experience. Up here at the top right, you'll see a little shadow play icon or button. I guess you'd call it a button. Left click on that. It's going to bring up some settings right here. Oh, it's a H.264 encoder. So yeah, you need to make sure. This is telling you that it's going to record at 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is awesome. That H.264 encoder built into the video card, what that does is it helps to keep your game running at higher performance without killing it. Usually when you use something like Broadcaster or Fraps or anything like that, and you want to record your game, it kind of kills the performance, and then a lot of the files are really big. Well, this is actually pretty small files, and it doesn't really hit the video card that hard at all. So anyway, I'm sure you guys have heard about all that. Here's the on and off switch. So you just left click here and it'll turn everything off. If you're not going to use it, that's where you should have it. Turn it back on. Right here is your options for mode. Just left click on that. You got shadow and manual, shadow and then manual by itself. Right here for manual, basically what that does, you can manually just click on Alt plus F9 at the same time, hit your Alt button and F9, and it'll start recording, and then when you want it to stop recording, you just hit Alt F9 again. This is good for like if you want to record some single player, or maybe you're doing some I don't know, just if you know what you want to record, this is what you would want to use. Now shadow is actually pretty neat because it runs in the background. It's always recording, and basically if you're playing like a multiplayer match and you get several kills in a row and it was just the most epic battle you've ever fought your way through, then you can tap Alt plus F10, and the last 20 minutes of your gameplay will automatically be saved into a folder that you want it to be saved in. That way you can share it with your friends on YouTube or whatever. So that's actually pretty cool. And then this one here, you can turn on both shadow and manual. That way it's always recording. Also with the shadow, if you don't want to save, like, you know, say you played through a whole match and you totally blew ass, well then, you know, just don't tap Alt F10 and it'll just automatically garbage everything. That way it doesn't take up all the space on your hard drive. But this one right here makes it where you can either use shadow will always be on, and then also you'll be able to do the manual thing, whichever way you want to do it. This is your shadow time. This is, you can adjust this to 1 minute, 4 or 5, whatever you want. I guess if I was going to do it, I would probably set it to like maybe 5 minutes, because even in a multiplayer match, you know, 5 minutes is pretty long, and then that'll take up 1.9 gigabytes of hard drive space instead of, what was it, like 20 gigs or something? Nah, 7.5. So anyway, we'll just set it at 6. Over here on the quality, it's pretty self-explanatory. It records at different settings. If you set it to medium, it's going to change it where it's only where your hard drive space will be lower, but the quality of the image is going to be lower as well. Same thing with low. I like to record it on high. The file sizes really aren't that big for what it's doing anyway. So audio, it just records the in-game audio. As far as I know, you can't really record voice overs yet. Maybe we will be able to in the future, but as of right now, I don't really see a way to do it. So you can either turn that off or leave it on, whichever way. Preferences. So here, what you're going to see when you have this turned on, is you're going to see a little icon right here in your screen. And the little circle in the middle will come on when you tap Alt F9 or Alt F10. And that way it knows, you know, you're recording at that moment. It's really just to kind of let you know, like an indicator, and you can set it wherever you want. You know, if that little circle in the middle is gone, it's not recording. If it's there, you are recording. So that's pretty much it. And you can set it to whatever corner of the screen that you want it to be at. Location. This is the file that you want to save your video in. So you can change that. Like I have it set to E because I have a separate hard drive where it's like a backup hard drive, or not a backup, but a storage hard drive. It's got a couple terabytes on there, and that's where I like to save all my videos. Just click on this little button here and you can set it to whichever file you want. And these are your hotkeys for manually recording and for shadow recording. Okay guys, so that pretty much sums it up. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, real easy to use, and it seems to work pretty good. I'm sure with bug fixes and updates and stuff, it'll work even better. So yeah, so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you disliked it, thumbs down. It doesn't really matter either way. Thanks for watching. If you like this kind of stuff and want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. That way it'll let you, YouTube will let you know when I have a new video. And that's pretty much it for now. So yeah, this is Junkie Joe saying peace.